What's going on, guys? This is Demian from the Lookout, and for the end of the week I wanted to do something, something chill, which is why I'm bringing you the best deck in the game. Like today I'm bringing you the deck profile of the single best of one deck in the entire game. But before we begin this video, two things. First off, major shout out to our $2 patron Ryan K, who buys us coffee, because we're gonna need it with the next set just being revealed. And finally, guys, don't forget to hit those share button, like and subscribe, help us grow. We're almost at like halfway point to 3,000. Well, I might be over exaggerating, but we're doing pretty well for the moment. Now, roll the video. Okay guys, so we are in Deck Planet. Once again, I'm saving time because I'm working on content for next week, because I'll be gone from Thursday. I'm leaving for Poznan for Zenka Showdown on Thursday. I can't wait for that, man. It's gonna be awesome. Anyway, let's go over the deck. First up, we need to go over our leader. This one is ancient. You probably don't know what this one does. It's super old. It's an old starter deck leader. So on the front side, he's blue, he's 10k Gogeta, Auto Burst 2. Extremely important for this deck. Auto Burst 2. So when he attacks, you burst 2 and you put 2 cards from the top of your deck into your drop area, and then you draw 1. That's his auto. And Awakening is simple. 4 lives or less, you restand 2 energy and then you flip him over. On the other side, on the Awakened side, he is Knockout Strike Gogeta. This is my favorite leader in the game. Auto Sparking 5. Okay, so you need to have at least 5 cards in your drop area. When he attacks, you draw 1. If you have free energy, he's 15k normally, but if you have free energy, he becomes 20k. He gets plus 5k for the turn. If you have 5 energy, he gains double strike. So turn 5, he is 20k double striker who draws 1. That's pretty good. Activate main. Choose 1 card in your hand and place it into your drop area. Now this is the kicker. Your opponent can only activate counter skills, any counter skills, once for the duration of the turn. They get to counter only once, and that is super important for the deck. Now let's dive into it. It's in a bit of a weird order because I don't want to reveal everything immediately. We're starting with our Unison, Baby the Unknown Parasite. So we're running 4 copies of Baby simply because of his -5 ability. His -5 ability is if your leader is mono blue, choose up to 1 of your leader cards and it gains plus 15k and double strike for the turn. So your Gogeta is baseline 30 double. When he attacks, he's 35 double. Until the start of your next turn, you can activate mono blue cards with counter skills from your hand by discarding 2 cards instead of paying their cost. So this is what we want to do. We want to see him down turn 3. We want to have him turn 4 on 5 markers. We need to do that. Turn 5, the worst, like at the latest turn 5. Okay, so we are combining him with our baby Golden Avenger. I have 2 copies here. You maybe want to run 3 copies just so that you don't mill them. Usually this shouldn't be a problem, because usually you can just bait out the 1 counter with your leader swing. You can do that. But if your opponent knows what you're trying to do and he wants to floodgate you, for example, or just kind of baby hatch you or something, you need this. You need to set up this sort of a combination. Then we are moving onto our super combo, Great Saiyaman Town Hero. Okay, not the most used one, definitely not the most used one. You can argue that Zeno and Vegeta are better, and I'll say yeah, 99% of the cases, yeah, they are. But this one is, first off, he's immediately 10k, which is great. Second, he has Sparking 5, and then he draws you a card. So you don't need to be on 4 lives or so. You just need to have like Sparking 5 and then you get to draw. Super easy to get. Then we have 2 copies of Dirty Burst, for Saiyan and Gogeta, of course. We have 4 copies of Dimension Magic, because it's the best negate in the game, the best blue negate in the game. We have 4 copies of Realm of the Beerus Destroys and 4 copies of Ultra Instinct Kamehameha. What's the deal here? The deal here is that we are looking to survive as long as possible until we can get our big play going. So we're just running negates, we are running super combos which we can use early on in the game, and then we have our cheap big buffs. We just need to survive until we can get our combo off. And finally, we have 3 copies of Senzubin. So now look just how many, defensive power we have here. So this is like a huge buff for 1 energy, another huge buff for 1 energy, one of the best negates, Dirty Burst, Senzubin. We will probably be surviving until we hit our big turn. Now that I have shown you all of this, let's go into the other part of the engine. First card in the other part of the engine that's gonna make you go like, is... Oh, no, still not him. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, 3 copies of Heroic Prospect. It can make people go, A lot of people forgot about this one. Just more floodgatey effects to help us survive. Now, 3 copies of Fasha Great Ape Assault. Now you might be thinking, Demian, what the hell? What is this card? It's 20k unique critical. EX Evolve for 1 blue energy over Fasha. Permanent, you can use its evolve when you use its evolve skill from your hand. You can choose battle cards from your energy and play this card in active mode. Doesn't matter. And she has another auto. If your leader is blue, when a card in your energy evolves into this card, blah blah blah. Nothing matters here. The only thing that matters is that it is 20k critical. That's it. Nothing else. Everything else is just filler text. Then we have 3 copies of Tora Great Ape Assault. Now you're thinking like, what's with the monkeys? Tora is just 20k blocker. He's just 20k blocker. And he has the following auto. At the end of your turn, switch this card to active mode, so you can swing with him freely. And he has another auto. If your leader is a blue Saiyan, when this card is KO'd by an opponent's skill, place this card in your energy. Place this card in your energy from your drop area. So he ramps you when he is KO'd by a skill. Okay. Then we have 3 copies of Borgos Great Ape Assault. And by now, if you know where I'm going, you're probably realizing, oh my god, are you really doing this? To which I can say, yes, I am. So Borgos, unique blocker 15k, no, unique barrier 15k. And he has Activate Battle. Once per turn, choose 1 blue Bardock Screw card in your battle area other than this card, switch it to active mode, and then negate its skills for the turn. So once per battle you get to restand something. Then we have 3 copies, oh my god, 5 copies, 3 copies of our big Bardock Ape, Bardock Great Ape Assault. Double Strike Blocker 20k. Auto, if your leader is a blue Saiyan card, when a card in your energy evolves, so just ignore that. So I'm just starting to read so you can see like, okay, it doesn't even make point in reading this. The point is that this is 20k Double Striker Blocker, which you can restand with your Borgos card. And then, finally, we have 3 copies of Great Ape Bardock Allied Assault. What this one does is, he says, Blocker 19k, Autumn, if your leader is a blue Saiyan card, when this card is played from your hand, doesn't matter, you can ignore this immediately. Why are you reading this? Just to show you that when this is played from hand, energy evolves, blah, doesn't matter. Autumn, if you have a non-Bardock blue Great Ape in play, at the end of your turn, choose 1 of your mono blue energy and switch it to active mode. You will have this. So basically restand 1 energy. Okay, so now we have the monkeys. What's left? We have only 2 cards left. So, the way that you play this deck, you spend as much time as humanly possible on your front side. You just burst. And you're bursting your monkeys into your drop. You're using your D-Magic, you're using your Beerus Destroys, Ultra Instinct Kamehameha, Senzu Bean, Heroic Prospect. You're using everything to keep yourself alive as long as humanly possible. And then what you do is when you're awakened, you play... No, first thing that you do is you use your Activate main. And then you bait your opponent. You're poking at him, once you get to free energy, you can awaken, and then you're poking slowly, like 20-20, then you swing 20, double strike, you bait that one counter, just bait him. And then, after your opponent wastes their counter, even if they don't, you use Activate main. If you can get baby super combo, that's also fine. The point is, once you have the counter done, you use the following card. Assault of the Great Apes. So, what does this do? If you activate main for 4 energy, if your leader is a mono blue Saiyan card, which Gogeta is, place up to 2 mono blue battle cards with an energy cost of 5 or less that are both Great Ape and Bardock Screw cards from your deck into drop. Then shuffle your deck and play up to 5 mono blue battle cards with an energy cost of 5 or less that are both Great Ape and Bardock Screw from your drop area. At the end of your opponent's next turn, choose all blue battle cards that are both Great Ape and Bardock Screw cards in your battle area and send them to its owner's warp. That's what you're doing. That's the reason why you have so many monkeys. And you're running 3 copies of them just so that you can actually see them in the drop area. You can run 2 copies if you wish to invest a bit more into your defenses. But yeah, that's what you're doing. You're baiting the one counter, and once it's baited, you play Assault of the Great Apes, and now you have 20k critical, you have 20k swing, you have 20k double striker, you have 15k guy who on activate battle restant something, you have 19k swinger. If your opponent didn't use their one and only negate for a floodgate, you just have a whole bunch of big attackers for that one turn, and some of them restand. And the last card of the deck is just the secret rare, it is Baby Hatch. I don't usually put secret rares in my decks, but Baby Hatch helps you buy another turn. So that's it. This is the best deck in Dragon Ball. I think, maybe. Because like in best of 1, if your opponent doesn't know what you're doing, you're basically winning the game if you can pull this off, because they won't be prepared for the Assault of the Great Apes. That's it for the video. Let me know in the comments below. Are you ready to go bananas? This deck is so cool. I love it so much. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. What do you think of this crazy, stupid, jank build? Yeah, I've talked about this build a lot. I even saw one of them at the Australia Regionals, Oceania Regionals. That was interesting to see. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this deck in the comments below. I read all of your comments. I try to respond to everything. I love our little community. We're gonna have a few videos about the Ultimate deck, some big data info that we're getting on the metagame early next week, I believe. And then we're just gonna touch upon the spoilers, and then I'm off for Zenkai Showdown. Guys, please share the video, hit those like and subscribe buttons, help us grow. We're on our way to 3k subs. It's super weird to say that. Anyway, this has been Demian from The Lookout, and I'll see all of you in the next video.